Hi, it's Paris from EpicReviewGuys, and today I'm reviewing the Flex Seal Clear. This claims it will stop any leak, and yes, I'm on the roof of my house because the leak in this solar tube has been driving me crazy for years.
Epic Review Guys.
Now, the original of the Flex Seal product, you may have seen their TV commercials where they take a rowboat with a hole in the floor and they take a screen door. They use the spray on the screen door, put it in as the bottom of the rowboat, and they're actually able to take it out on a lake. Well, that's great, except the color at that time, they just had black, and there's not much point in putting black spray over your skylight or the solar tube. So finally they have a clear version of this, and I'm going to give this a try. Apparently there's no surface preparation required. You just have to use it in a well-ventilated area, because just like it seals up the holes in what's leaking, you don't want it sealing up the holes in your lungs. So I feel sufficiently well ventilated here on the roof. Let me see how this works. Now, this is technically not a skylight, it's a solar tube. It has a metal, aluminum, very reflective tube that goes down through the attic, and then inside the house, up in the ceiling, you have another lens, and the light basically gets bounced around down inside, and then it helps to light up the inside of your house naturally. Well, we have pretty good hailstorms here in central Texas, and a hailstone just managed to put a crack right in the side of this. Now, I know that because once after that storm, when it would rain really heavily, we'll get water dripping out of that lens that's in the ceiling right underneath of this. Nowhere else, just there. And so I came up and looked, sure enough, there was a crack in this from the hailstone. So I took some silicone gel plumber's type material, coated, I thought, real well, but the thing still leaks. Doesn't leak when it rains a little, but when it pours, we get our shoes wet inside the house. So shake the can well, point, then spray until you've covered the area thoroughly. That's about it for instructions. Okay. Now, they do say make sure you spray in an area around where the holes or the cracks are to give it a chance to dig in all around the holes and cracks. They also say to give it 24 hours to cure and then apply additional coats. Well, if I feel like coming up on the roof again, I'll do that. Otherwise, I'll see what one coat does. The two relatively light applications, I would say. I noticed coming back over here before going off the roof that the material has sort of rolled down off of the solar tube and it's pooled up here. So it doesn't stay in one place. If you spray more than just a little, you're going to have runoff. In case you were curious, here's what the inside of the solar tube looks like. So I'll have to wait for a rainstorm to see how the Flex Seal Clear actually works, if it does. I could spray some water up there with the hose, but I know in a light to medium rain we never get the leak on the inside. It's only when it is pouring, and so when I see it pouring next, I will run and get my camera and I will record inside and see whether or not we're still getting that leak. I'll put a link to that follow-up video right here when I have it. Now, the Flex Seal costs about $15. I'll put a link to it down below if you'd like to check it out online. Now, the one negative thing I've read in some of the reviews is that if you use this on a surface that's going to be exposed to the sun, it may yellow somewhat with time with the ultraviolet. And of course, that's not the best thing on a skylight or the solar tube like I have. But if it'll stop it from leaking in the rain, it'll be a worthwhile trade-off.
Shopping is easy when you know what to buy. At Epic Review Guys, we give stuff a try. What does the fox buy? Nobody knows. But before he goes shopping, he watches our videos.